Today we are going to make one of my favorite things to eat, dumplings. If you follow me on Instagram, you know that I get dumplings on like multiple times a week, probably. In my opinion, the best dumplings are the ones that you make yourself. So I just feel like making it yourself really lets you personalize it to your exact tastes. And the great thing is you can make a ton of them at once, put them in your freezer, always have dumplings on hand. Our ingredients today, we've got some ground pork, head-on shrimp. I also like to add mushrooms. We have garlic, ginger, scallions, and I was able to find these fresh dumpling wrappers. You could easily find frozen dumpling wrappers in any Asian supermarket, pretty much. We are going to first handle our shrimp. And so I like to use the head-on ones. And the reason for this is I feel like there's all this flavor in the head that you can extract. And I like to actually take some of that and squeeze it into my mixture. So you can see I'm literally just gonna like, boop, boop, take some of the inside and just like kind of squeeze it into my pork. So they have this nice, super sharp tip, so you can kind of go into the shrimp right on the side. Cut it open and scoop out the poop. Right, now that we've peeled and drained all of our shrimp, we're going to chop them up really small. So I don't like to cut it too small though, because I personally love when you eat dumplings, like you want to have texture. And so it's so nice when you're eating a dumpling, you have this firm chunk of shrimp. And obviously you want to make sure you're doing this on a different cutting board than all your vegetables. I'm using a plastic one, that way, you know, you can kind of wash off all that raw bacteria. Crosby's running around trying to steal shrimp off the cutting board. Okay, so this is pretty chopped up. We are going to add it to our pork. Now onto our vegetables. So we have our scallions. So it's nice too, this thing has like a super flat thing, so I'm just gonna do that. Scallions are in. Next, we have garlic. So we wanna get this down to a really fine mince. This is how I like to do it. It's kind of fun this way. You kind of just like rock it up and down. So I'm gonna take all of this, throw that in. Next, mushrooms. I love mushrooms. So we are gonna go ahead and chop up 3. This is 3 right here. And you can see it's almost an even ratio of mushrooms and pork. If mushrooms aren't as much of your thing or you don't love them as much as I do, then you can definitely cut it down. But honestly, just even smelling these mushrooms, there's that earthiness, that bit of like funkiness that mushroom adds. And I can already tell that these are gonna just make the dumplings taste so much better. So I'm gonna throw these in. So last thing I'm gonna add is a little bit of ginger. You can actually use a spoon as an easy way to kind of peel the outside. There's a little less risk of like chopping your fingers off, which in case you can't tell, I have a high risk of doing. So the spoon is like the safest bet. And again, you kind of just go right there. I'm gonna mince this up. Add this to the mix. So we're done with all our vegetables. Now comes the other fun part, which is seasoning. So here we have our dumpling mixture. What I'm going to add to it is sesame oil. I love that nutty flavor that it provides. I'm using 2 tablespoons. Using a tablespoon of soy sauce. Honestly, this is probably like a tablespoon and a half. And then we're gonna mix all of this up. You can use a spoon, but I actually feel like the best way to do it is just to get in there and really massage everything together with your hands. That way the seasoning is nice combined. You can like squish it. It's strangely satisfying in my opinion. I know some people are kind of grossed out touching raw meat or whatever. But I just feel like when you really get your hands in there, it tastes that much better when you put that work in. You can see, look at that dumpling mixture. It has all the goodness in every single bite. Now it is time to fold our dumplings. You want to take a little spoonful of meat of your dumpling mixture. You don't want to overstuff your dumpling because then, as I've learned from experience, if you put too much, it won't close. So here you have your dumpling mixture. I haven't done this in like over a year, so we'll see how it goes. Okay, so you wanna, man, this is too much. Oh my gosh. It's not horrible, not the best, but it's not horrible. All right, that was attempt number 1 in a year. Let's try again. Oh my God, this one looks so ugly. This one is somehow worse than the first one. Ah! All right, seriously, where are my Chinese friends to sit with me while I do this? So we used to always do these dumpling making parties. It's definitely a lot easier to fold dumplings when you have someone who did it their entire childhood next to you, coaching you on how to do it. All right, I'm hoping that as we go, I'll just keep improving. Crosby, you can't have dumplings. Oh, this one's looking... You know what? I think my pleating is improving. We'll see how the last ones look. All right.
I'll make one. Hey!
You want to make one? Here, come make one.
You want to make one? Here, come make one. Alright.
Mike is gonna try his hand. I would die if he is better at this than I am. Yes, please make sure your hands are clean when you're doing this. Fold it in half to wet it. You have to wet it.
Outside?
Yeah, wet that. Don't put too much meat. That's way too much.
Oh yeah.
You put too much in then.
I take some out.
Yeah, scoop some of the meat out. Okay, so fold it in half. And then see like the middle?
Yeah.
So let's do one side and the other. So you like use your thumb to like push and fold the pleat. And then press down. Okay. Here's mine. And here's Mike's. Mike's also has like meat coming out of the edges. All right, I think I'll just do the rest. All right, I'm gonna pause this while I fold all of these dumplings. Here's our final dumplings. Can you tell which one Mike made? Yeah, I definitely got better. It's mainly about the taste, in my opinion. As long as you seal it up so that the filling doesn't come out, then that's what matters. Now it's time to pan fry our dumplings. In order to do this, you need a pan that has a lid, and you'll need to have oil, obviously, and you want to have a little bit of water. So what we're gonna basically do is pan fry the dumplings so that bottoms get crispy. Then we add the water in, cover it, and the steam will cook the rest of the dumplings. So you have a nice crispy bottom for the dumpling, but then this whole top part will be nice and chewy and delicious. I am gonna do a little bit of a test. This is my first time using this induction burner to fry dumplings. So I'm not 100% sure what temperature it should be, but I'm gonna use Mike's ugly dumpling as a test. So we'll see what happens. Okay, that was too hot. It's time to take a leap of faith. I really hope I got the temperatures right. Again, this is my first time using this induction burner this way, so we'll see how it goes. So I'm gonna basically put them all in a ring. Okay, so you want them to pan fry for about 2 minutes. You can even kind of like, just take a peek. You can see they're getting nice and golden. See the bottoms are nice and crispy. Add in the water. So here's our dumplings. Honestly, this thing is it cooks pretty unevenly. You can see some of them. This one's like burnt. This one's like so unevenly cooked. So I'm just gonna cook the rest of these on the stove so that it's more even. But the basic technique is still the same. Pan fry them for a couple minutes once they're crispy. Add your water, and once all the water evaporates, your dumplings are ready to eat. But I wanna show you guys how I make my favorite dipping sauce. So all you really need for your dumplings is chin kiang vinegar. It's this dark black vinegar that you typically see whenever you go to a dumpling place. So I do that. And then we have this Sichuan chili crisp oil. This stuff is the shit. I like to put this stuff directly onto my dumplings. Make them all beautiful. And then we have our more sesame oil. So I like to mix the sesame oil into the vinegar. Do about like a quarter sesame oil and 3/4 vinegar. All right, so taste test time. All right, dip and eat. Oh my God. Oh, it's so good. There's so much flavor going on in here. Nice and juicy. That little bit of crispiness and then the chewy skin. You have that plump bite of shrimp. Mmm.